and it died. So if the network will allow, I'm gonna finish this reading because at the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius is the Swan Queen, which represents transformation, intuition, and patience. And this energy represents that transformation that somebody is going through and emerging from hermit mode like a different individual with a made up mind and ready to do something different, to move different in their 3D reality and come forward with an offer. And they're coming forward with an offer that is led by their intuition. This is feminine energy. So it doesn't matter whether it's a masculine or a feminine. This is someone tapping more into their feminine energy, to move forward at a slower but more committed pace toward what it is that they desire, aligning their will with God's will. So this is giving, thy will be done. Somebody no longer fighting, what it is that the divine is trying to lead them to in terms of walking in their purpose and who they're being led to walk in their purpose with, or what they're being led to do as it relates to walking in their purpose. So this is a beautiful energy that's coming forward. And now I can get y'all some self-care messages and a crystal prescription so we can wrap this up. Let's please clarify this message for the Sagittarius collective. This is gonna have to be a part two, y'all. This one I don't be going live, child, because the way the network's set up over here, and it's partially because I live by the airport. So when the planes come through, it starts fucking with the internet. Um, so let's see. Connect with your ancestors. Didn't I tell y'all in part one? Make sure you check out part one. I told y'all the angels and the ancestors are trying to give you messages. So while you or this individual are in hermit mode, just out 222, confused about what moves to make, you're needing to take some time alone and just get quiet and still and let your angels send you signs and synchronicities that lead you in the right direction or speak to you in your dreams. So I know I see a lot of syncs via license plates. My dreams are always vivid. I had a dream last night, but because I'm still kind of wrapped up in the dream that I had the night before, I don't remember the dream that I had last night, which is good, because then that means I ain't got to be trying to interpret it. And I was talking to my homegirl. She's a dream oracle. She was saying like she don't even bother to interpret some of her dreams. And I was like, I have to, because it be such profound messages coming through. Like I be being led to, hey, we trying to tell you something in this one, sit down. And I have my methods by which I do it. So if you're needing help with interpreting your dreams, you can hit me up at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com to book a session or consultation, and I can help you with that. But yeah, connect with your ancestors because they're trying to lead you in the right direction. They're trying to help you make that decision and that move that you're afraid to make. Ask them to make it clear, to make it plain, to send you signs and synchronicities about what it is that you should do, to send you the resources if you feel like you're lacking in some area. Ask your ancestors, connect with them. And at the top of the deck, you have watch a movie, represented by the number 54, which breaks down to a 9. So whether you're doing this alone or with somebody that you love, this woman here has a companion here with this cat. Um, so you're wanting to just get comfortable and cozy and have an intimate moment, again, whether it's by yourself or with somebody, but watch a movie and there may be a sign of synchronicity or some advice that comes through in some movie that you watch. That may be one of the ways that your ancestors speak to you. So when you led to watch a movie, whether it's a new one or something that you watched before, watch a movie. And then you got energy work, represented by the number 22, which breaks down to a 4. This definitely speaks to your safety and your security. And for some of you, you are needing to do something intentional to help work with your root chakra, as the ancestors are also, ancestral energy is also housed primarily in the root chakra. um, so you want to work with beets and the color red, and root vegetables, and different teas that are good for working with the root chakra. I think dandelion root, most of them, if they got root in the name, it's going to be something good to work with to help strengthen your root chakra so that you feel safe and secure and stable in the decisions that you are making, and know that you are provided for. Especially if, like, I'm surprised the card that speaks to being in lack consciousness has not come out, but that is coming forward to me. Um, and you're needing to cleanse your energy and balance your chakras. And for some of you, now I ain't saying go out and hunch with anybody, but sex is energy work for you, depending on who you do it with. So keep that in mind as well. And for many of you, you probably needing to abstain, because if your aura is cloudy and you're needing some energy work and you're off center and off balance, then you may have been connecting with somebody sexually who has contributed to that. So then you don't want to continue to do that, right? So you may want to practice celibacy or abstinence in some way, as well as you are focusing on energy work. But these are all things you can do while in that hermit mode, right? So I'm gonna get y'all a crystal prescription. I'm really picking up that these are some things that two individuals are needing to focus on as they are in hermit mode before circling back around to a situation where one individual is making an offer. That's really what's coming to me here. But the advice, especially as it relates to twin flames, is for both individuals, especially with that inner conflict and the dragon's dual message that came out in part one. So I'm going to get you all a crystal prescription. Spirit, what crystal would you suggest the Sagittarius collective work with at this time? Dioptase. I think I'm saying it right. Dioptase. And dioptase, the keywords relative to its energy are forgiveness, compassion, release of karmic patterns, and prosperity. That energy work is very much release work, needing to release stuck, stagnant, and karmic, negative, low vibe energy that you have within you as a result of your own patterning and those whom you have been interacting with. Um, the element is water, so you're definitely wanting to work with water, some spiritual baths, blessing your water before you drink it, being mindful of the quality of water that you drink, being taking a meditative shower, listening to water frequencies when you're meditating or when you go to sleep. Working with dolphin energy would be very helpful as well. They have like dolphin and whale sound videos and frequency videos that you can listen to on YouTube that'll be helpful in terms of your energy healing and working with this energy of dioptase. And it is associated with the heart chakra. So we definitely talking about a relationship here and emotional health. Just our 901. You are safe. You just don't feel safe, right? Because you're being confronted uh, with needing to make a difficult decision, and your fears are coming up to show you that, hey, this fear is not only keeping you stuck and stagnant in this situation, it's been doing this to you for a long time. It's been keeping you from making a lot of moves, but not no more. That chapter is just about done. But it says diaptase is a powerful ally for awakening loving compassion and for healing emotional pain. It emanates the energy of the pure green ray of the heart and is an ideal stone for energetically supporting the heart in every way. It lends strength to the emotional heart through the power of compassion for oneself as well as others. Have some compassion for yourself. Because when you're in hermit mode and you're on the journey of self discovery, a lot of times what you discover is that you've been hard on yourself about a lot of shit, and you've been needing to forgive yourself about a lot of shit. But I just saw 1010 because this next chapter requires that you forgive yourself, that you release that low vibrational energy and those things that you've held against yourself so that you can be free of it and move forward lighter. Release those resentments against yourself and those ideas of failing others should you make self-honoring decisions, or times when you made self-honoring decisions that disappointed um, others. Forgive yourself. Let yourself off the hook. It's a new day. It's not only a new day, it's a new chapter. So for many of you, you're definitely needing to do this forgiveness work. You may be able to find a diaptase frequency on YouTube. I'll look for one. If I find it, I'll put it on community board for y'all. But it says it supports the physical heart through its constant message of serenity and well being. It awakens the spiritual heart through its high frequency vibrational pattern, which resonates with the high heart chakra just above the physical heart. Through all of these channels, it stimulates forgiveness and the healing of old inner wounds. Diaptase is useful for the attainment of past life insights and for the activation of one's higher purpose. I told y'all being led to walk in your purpose and make decisions that are more aligned with your purpose. And so if you are interested in giving up your will for God's will for your life and aligning your actions, the way you walk, the way you talk with God's will for your life, you definitely want to work with the energy of diaptase so that it can help you to energetically overcome the illusions that have kept you from doing so up to this point. So it says spiritually, diaptase is one of the most powerful spiritual teachers of this time, demonstrating how to heal the heart and free ourselves from past roles which limited our ability to embody our fullest potential. Stop sleeping on yourself and playing small because you're trying to have allegiance to other people and people pleasing, and you focus on the past instead of being present and optimistic about your future and making decisions from that place. It says it is a teacher of love and love's greatest act, which is forgiveness. Diaptase encourages an emotional purity that allows one to experience relationships as a sacred opportunity to see the divine in others. It also urges one to assume one's own power by releasing oneself from egoic expectations and past emotional experiences and roles. This is reminding me of the recent Divine Masculine reading where we were talking about family matters and how the masculines are redefining their role in the family and what it looks like to show up as a man in a family dynamic and all of that. And so if this resonates with you, you definitely should get you some diaptase or work with this frequency in some way. Emotionally, it says the emotional energies of diaptase are closely linked to its spiritual powers. It's extremely helpful for those who are constantly reviewing the past and therefore are unable to interact with clarity in the present. It aids those who have assumed a victim role to perceive how to empower themselves. You are not a victim. In whatever situation that you find yourself in, you always have a choice. And you find yourself in those situations because they are catalysts to push you into your power. So whatever situation, whatever crossroads you find yourself at, whatever decision you're needing to make, it's divinely designed to get you to get out of your comfort zone and step into your power. It says it aids those who have assumed a victim role to perceive how to empower themselves, releasing the past and allowing themselves to evolve. It assists those who constantly adapt to the expectations and desires of others and are afraid of revealing their true selves. Diaptase can help anyone feel more joy, peace, and fulfillment in life. I don't know about y'all, but as many of you may know, I had a birthday a month ago, a little over a month ago, and I turned 40. And leading up to that, I took some time to reflect, just by 1444, which may be significant to some of you who maybe have been seeing the number 14 or 444 a lot. But in my reflection prior to turning 40, One thing that came to mind was it's a lot of shit that took place and behaviors and patterns and ways that I showed up that I just can't see myself living my next 40 years that way. And so if it requires some drastic change and facing some monsters under the bed for me in order to make sure that I don't live that way, the way I did the past 40 years and make those same mistakes and have those same experiences and I respond to them in the same way, then so be it. I'ma face them motherfuckers. We gonna rumble. We going toe to toe. I'm pulling out my tools. I'm calling on my team of light. I'm calling the squad, my ancestors, and we gonna do whatever needs to be done to ensure that my next 40 years don't look like these past 40 years. Not the negatives. Now I'm gonna take the positives. I'm gonna take the wisdom. I'm gonna take the good experiences and the memories and the lessons learned and the connections and the friendships and the valuable relationships and whatever it is that I was able to take over that threshold from 39 to 40. But all that other shit that was weighing me down and don't serve me, no, I'm not living like that this next 40 years. And so for many of you, that's the point that you're at. Like you're needing to move the needle in a major way in your life to shift the energy. Um, and God is no longer allowing your excuses. God is no longer allowing you to be complacent and comfortable because you're really not comfortable. You just comfortable enough to make it through each day. Just enough. When you're really crying and dying inside. God is like, I love you too much to allow you to suffer like that. You were never meant to suffer like that. And so we are taking back all that the locusts have stolen. And that includes your true identity. So there's an affirmation that works well with the energy of diaptase, and it says, I forgive and release all the old patterns which have held me back, and I accept with an open heart the many blessings of my life. This is very much a reminder to count your blessings. We just had the what was that in that reading, the part one of this reading for you guys, the High Lord of gratitude and service, selflessness and humility. um because when you're in this posture where you're able to forgive yourself, you start to realize, damn, I took some shit for granted, or I'm taking some shit or some people or a person for granted, and I actually do have a lot to be grateful for and to be thankful for, in many gifts that the divine has blessed me with. And once you start to become aware of and identify those gifts and those things to be grateful for, the divine will send you more. Gratitude is a force multiplier. It'll come back to you 100-fold. I'm a firm believer in that. So when you catch yourself complaining and in victim mode, just know that your gratitude will shift that energy um, into uh, something magnetic. So I hope to God that part one of this reading saved, because my phone died. So I don't know if it like automatically saved the live or what. But if it didn't, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully this was enough to give you the message that you needed to get. But yeah, basically it was someone in hermit mode in a time of reflection and solitude to make a decision because they're at a crossroads. And in that period of solitude or separation and deep thinking and self-discovery, they're thinking about how grateful they are for certain things in their life, and it's just a transformative experience that is helping them to quiet the shadows, or to heal the shadows and the internal conflict of feeling like they're at battle with themselves, their highest self and their lowest self being at in conflict in their battle about how to move forward. They're being pulled in two different directions and not knowing what to do. But the ancestors and spirit guides are sending signs of synchronicities and messages in the dream state to help give some direction. So, with that being said, y'all, if you're needing a personal reading, feel free to email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know about this live thing, y'all. Every time I do it, I get frustrated. So I'm proud of myself for even continuing to push forward with this one. But until next time, y'all, peace. How the hell you cut this off?